everybody to Rutherford Romines. We are here on an exciting winter, spring-ish day.
It's all winter.
It's all winter.
It's below zero. It's all winter.
But the sun's coming up earlier. It's becoming spring. We're going to do just an update for you, a life update, to let you know where we're at in life and what's going on. And of course, the number one thing everybody's bugging us about is my neck restraint, my collar, my release date, my freedom date. So my parole day. So February 24th is my final day. We go in, we do x-rays. They say flexion x-rays. Apparently I head forward, head back, taking x-rays, make sure everything's all where it's supposed to be. If that's all good, which we don't see any reason why it wouldn't be, then we're going to move on to PT, and I get to retire this thing. So it's been a very challenging time wearing this, with lack of not being able to work, all the pain we've been in, goofy dog, and it's just been a challenge in life all in general. So I did get to start working last week. I'm back at work on the shop floor, light duty work, training, computer work. I can do some light work in the shop. I reprogram stuff. I do some light mechanic work. I can't lift more than 10 pounds for my doctor. So yeah, that's my life update. So this I don't know when you guys are going to see this, a week or two, I don't know, but it's actually January 31st right now for us. And so I have 29 days. 25 days. Let me do my math right. Okay, we're there.
25 days.
So, yep. And I just want to, with all that being said, I just want to thank you guys for all your support and all your prayers through this whole time. But yeah, we'll be back up soon. We're gonna PT. We're gonna get back training. We're gonna be back running, back trail hiking. Get Maddie off the couch. She'll get out there and do stuff. She's a couch potato. All right, next subject.
Whoa! Spill the coffee.
What?
Should
be drinking the coffee.
So, people have mentioned, because they see us hauling wood and see that our woodshed is
empty,
nearly empty, that what's up with that? Because this is only January, and we have, up until, April, May at least, to still keep our fire going 24/7.
Yep.
So, what's up with the woodshed being empty, sir?
So we had late summer, fall is when we brought all the wood in. We got plenty of wood out there, but it came in late. We didn't have time to process it all. So, and typically, even when the woodshed's full, I'll be processing wood all winter long. And as you know from me from prior videos, I don't like the wood splitter. I like an axe. So a couple days a week, I'll go out there with an axe and I'll process wood. But obviously, I probably shouldn't be swinging an axe right now. So that hasn't been happening.
And you're not supposed to lift over more than 10 pounds.
Oh yeah, that too. And so the neighbor's been coming over and using his wood splitter, been splitting up some wood for us. So we have wood, and when we get low, we'll get some more wood going. But we're talking with the neighbor about coming over and getting together one day and having a wood splitting party.
Yep.
Where
knocking it out.
Where as long as that lever's not more than 10 pounds, I can just hold the lever.
Yep, you can do the lever
and let them carry the wood.
I can do the hauling and stacking, and we'll each have a job and get it knocked out.
So yeah, we'll probably do that here in the next couple weeks or so on a warmer day. It's 1 degree today. So yeah, that's with the woodshed thing. But we're gonna probably make a little better effort this summer to get started early. And get it packed for.
It wouldn't be hard. There are trees down everywhere from our windstorm. People are begging to have people take the wood away.
Yeah, we got some. Just our neighbors right over across here. I can see trees down, and they'll be happy if we go knock them down and finish them off for them. So, but yeah, wood's not going to be a problem. I just have to do it.
Yeah, just have to do it.
But this time, we do it earlier this year.
Well, I think that we were using our weekends for planning hiking and motorcycle rides and all that stuff, and it's just like, you know, you have to
All that stuff's important too.
schedule in wood hauling days because our summer is so short that you just cram in as much as you possibly can in 3 months.
So that's the woodshed. We're going to do better this year to fill it early. So, and plan a little more ahead on that, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Always be prepared. But thankfully, we did have all the wood in the yard, and it wasn't like we're going to go buy wood or anything. So,
you can always find wood. I mean, it's not like you can't get wood. You can always find wood.
yeah. So, obviously, back to the injury, the settlement for the whole injury claim, whatnot, we're going through a lawyer right now. So that's not all going to be done until this is all done. Everything's all done. If anybody's ever dealt with this process, I have never dealt with this process before, and Maddie's done. And so I've learned a lot, and basically the settlement's not going to come until the end, and I have to absorb everything until the end. But the car settlement, her truck settlement, so we got to pay out for her truck, which was fair, and we've been borrowing a friend's car for like 2 months now, and when they loaned it to us, kind of hinted that they might think about selling it. Well, we talked to them about buying it, and they decided to sell it, and then we bought it. So the 13 Edge we've been driving. She's been driving. I haven't even drove it yet. Is now ours. We bought it. It's hers. But we were able to pay cash for it with part of the truck settlement, and it's debt free.
Yes.
Paid in cash, 100%.
Paid in cash, just like my truck was. It's mine.
So yeah, that's some good news there.
That was kind of cool in a way. You paid for something, and then it's kind of like a return to Walmart. I returned it, and I got something new.
You returned it after you used it a lot.
I used it a lot. I returned it, and I got something else, and yeah, I don't owe anything. Anyways.
So that's a good blessing right there, and it prevented us from having to go car shopping, which I don't really I don't really care for car shopping in my normal state, but me being like this, I can't look at a car, I can't crawl underneath it, I can't inspect everything, I can't even test drive it. So car shopping for me right now would have been very difficult. And I just feel blessed that we.
And I can't make a decision for nothing because there's no way I would be able to take a car at one time and make a decision. So I'm glad I got to test drive for 2 months.
Yeah, working.
There's only a few things that I'm not super, super excited about with it, but they're doables. The lights aren't very bright.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of our year in the dark. So.
But another positive that we found is occasionally she hauls grandkids around, and sometimes adult kids and grandkids around, and sticking them in the back seat of her truck. It was not a full size 4-door truck, and they would squish them back there. So I'm like, now she's got grandma wagon.
I do.
So you can actually put people in your car, full size people in your car. So that's a bonus.
Yeah, that was nice. And got a ride. Paid for. It's cool.
Cool beans.
It's nice. It has heated seats.
Only in the front seats.
Only in the front. Sorry for passengers. You gotta heat your own seat.
But all right. We've had lots of people joining us for our monthly
January challenge,
which was 20 minutes outside every day.
And it's been challenging. This has been one heck of a January.
So I probably did 3/4 of the month. I will admit I did not do the entire month. I think Angie's probably did the entire month.
I'm doing like 99%. A couple times I didn't time it. I just did my outdoor chores. I made sure I got outside, but I didn't actually time it. There might have been a couple times where it was cut short. But
Well, like 19 minutes.
I don't know exactly. But anyways.
So for those of you that have joined us in that challenge, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
Thank you for joining us there. So that being said, February is now here. So what we're going to do for February for our monthly challenge, I don't think you did a survey this time.
I did, but I don't think I got any. I didn't do a survey. I did a question like, what would you want to do? And I haven't looked today, but I don't think I got any response to that. So I chose my own.
So we picked one, and this is an indoor one. It's reading 20 minutes a day, a book.
Because I have some books I want to finish up. Yeah, I want to get more into reading, keeping my mind focused for 20 minutes a day on something is not something that happens in this. I'm finding focus very difficult because I think it's the day and age of technology. Everything is fast. You look at something for 5 seconds and you move on. And reading is, you really have to focus because your mind wanders. It goes here and it goes there and you're thinking about other things. And I think it's good practice. And it takes me at least 10 minutes to get into what I'm reading. So, yeah, I think it'll be good all around.
Yeah.
Get more reading, brain training.
And it's indoors.
Sure.
So, but yeah, that's that. And so we want you guys to keep in mind for future months challenges. If you think of stuff you want to see us do and want us to encourage you to do in future months, definitely put in the comments challenges you'd like to see done.
Or ones that you're doing otherwise, because we had a gal say that, they were going to do eat out of the pantry month, just not shop but just eat what they had in their pantry to use it up and whatnot, which is great. But we don't have that pantry. We have like a half a shelf of canned goods and some down in the root cellars of very like pickles and jam. I mean, you can't eat that all the time. I mean, I grew up with a saying, use it up, wear it out, make do or do without. And you used everything in your pantry. You wore out your clothes. You don't just go buy more. Use what you have, and then when it gets to the point where you need more, go get more. Anyway,
we're not very good.
We don't stock up. Basically,
we're not doomsday preppers.
We did stock up a tiny bit during this whole last COVID grocery low thing. We got a large bag of rice and an 8-pack of tuna or chicken.
Yeah, chicken
in a can
and some canned tuna.
So that was our stocking up. We don't even eat rice, but if we get to the point where we're starving, rice will help.
Yeah, we're not doomsday preppers. I believe that
God will take care of me.
Yeah, God will always provide for us, and I'm not going to sit here and stockpile 20 years worth of food in my crawl space.
Then again, you have to be wise. He says if you know famine's coming, stock up type thing. So we're not saying that's a bad thing to do. We're just...
Well, there's a yard full of chickens out there. We always have chicken meat.
And it's not... Yeah, we could always find something to eat around here.
That's the nice thing about Alaska. There's wild game everywhere. You're not going to starve up here.
You can get meat. In the winter, you can get meat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
In summer, I feed him half the yard. There's plants growing everywhere.
Sometimes it goes right through me.
Sometimes you have to limit the plants you eat. Go slowly.
Yeah. So,
yard salad.
Yard salad's awesome. All right.
Moving on.
I
don't know where that came from. What was that?
We're talking about 20 minutes.
Oh, we're talking about our 20 minutes.
You can edit all that
Got
out.
into pantry. Okay.
we'll let you discuss that for a
I'm
little
not sure exactly how to say it politically correct. I'm being terminated from my job. They are requiring, I work in the health field, and they are requiring something I'm not willing to comply with because I do have some medical concerns, and also I have some moral or ethical concerns. And I personally feel that I don't want to comply, and so I'm not going to. Which means I no longer have a job where I'm at, which is very sad. I love my job.
You definitely have to have a special heart for that job.
But it's very, very rewarding every day. But there will be something different for me. What am I going to do now? And I got a job offer.
What?
To work as much as I want. It could be 5 days a week, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day if I want. Or I can do it 1 or 2 or 3 days a week.
And it's still taking care of people.
It's still taking care of people.
A person. It's only 1 people.
So I won't, say too much right now because I haven't even done it yet. But I'm thinking I'm going to go in slowly, and I think that's going to be my job. I think I can handle it. Yeah.
And the bonus is you already know the person.
I already know the person.
So you're not walking into some weird unknown situation.
So yeah, it's taking care. It would be taking care of a 37-year-old Down syndrome woman who is very, very low on the life functioning. But anyways.
So something that's not on our list I want to transition into talking about Down syndrome lady is something you brought to my attention is the Night to Shine. If nobody's ever heard of that, it's put on by the Tim Tebow Foundation. And for the first time here in our valley, the church is hosting it. And so we volunteered to go assist with that. And not only we volunteered, Angie here volunteered, our whole CMA group. So so what exactly is that all about?
Oh,
because I've just now learned about all this stuff.
Oh, okay. So I've been watching it for years. So Night to Shine is basically on the normal year. It is a big celebration, prom type, where every individual is crowned king or queen of the prom, and they are all mentally and physically handicapped people, and they walk the red carpet, they get their crown, they're celebrated, and basically it is their night to shine, and for us to show them that they are not less than anyone else, and that God loves them just as much. Just because they're different doesn't mean that they're loved any less. And so this is just a night to actually show them how much they mean to us and how much they mean to the world. And so, yeah, that's what Night to Shine is. And I'm excited to see it this year. It's the last 2 years have been a drive-through parade because of COVID, and they're required to do it this way because a lot of these people have physical issues. Their immune systems don't work as well. Their bodies are different. So to keep them safe, they've done this in a parade style instead of all being in a room together. So hopefully at some point they can go back to prom style. It'll be very exciting.
They're talking about it next year.
So,
but it's kind of cool this year because we're doing it at our fairgrounds, and in the parade it actually parades through a building, a large building, a garage door on either end.
The farm building, so they have.
So it'll be somewhat warm inside for part of it.
Yeah, that's the thing we're doing. Everyone in the world that's doing it is all doing it on the exact same day at the same time. So ours, because we're a little behind the time, ours is on Friday night at 6 p.m. or something like that. So I think other people, it's, Friday morning, it's during the day, whatever. I'm not sure how it works out. May even be, I don't know. Anyway, we're all doing it at the same time because after the drive-through parade is a virtual party. And I don't even know how that looks. I don't know what that looks like, how that's going to be done.
Yep, I'm not sure either.
But it'll be exciting to see, and hopefully we'll get to understand it a little more and be able to help more next year.
Yes.
So, anyway, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's very exciting, very positive.
It's something that I grew up with mentally and physically handicapped people, and it was my mom's heart. It's been like everyone in my family has a heart for it, and we have relatives that are, mentally, physically handicapped, and so this is something that really means a lot to us to be able to do. So both of my sisters are also volunteering, so we're doing it together. So my mom's house, people have been asking how that's going.
It's a mess.
Right now it's kind of a mess. It was emotional when I went through the other day, and everything is like a mess. But the reason it's a mess is because the windstorm took out the window, which took out all the plumbing, and so in the process of all the plumbing, it also became an electrical problem. So my brother decided that we should abandon all electricity in the home. It's a trailer, mobile home, and rewire everything. So they've abandoned everything in the walls, and they're rewiring all the wiring in conduit inside the house. It don't look pretty, but it's going to work great. So right now, every room in the house has been dismantled to put all this new wiring in. And it was kind of emotional to go to my mom's house and look in her room and it's all messy. I was like, oh, she's going to have a fit. Because she always kept her house clean and everything. So, but it's fine. We'll get it back to working order and all cleaned up. And we still go there for Bible study every Friday night. Even though there's no electricity, we still go and we light the lamps and the lanterns, and we still have Bible study in her house because that's what she wanted us to do, and because we enjoy doing it. All 5 of us kids, we do it every Friday. So anyway, that's her house update. Maybe when we get it all back together, I'll do a little, show you what it looks like in there with the new electricity. And so what else? Grieving, how I'm doing. People are asking how I'm doing. I have my days. I have good days, bad days. I probably have 2-ish, depending on the week and how, the process. I probably have 2 really bad days a week, but by Friday, I need to have mom house day. So I go and I sit in her house, and it helps. I don't know how it helps, but I'm very grateful to have that to do. I mean, some people, their parents die, they have to sell their house and get rid of all their things. So there's nothing left, and it's like, this is such a blessing. And I don't know that we'll always have it. I don't know, the house might fall apart, things happen. We might get another windstorm that blows it over. But for now, this is what we need, and this is what we get. This is the blessing that we get. So, anyway, I'm doing okay. So what else was there? Was one more thing. Oh, the Grandma Reads. I have a new channel called, is that all it's called, or I added to it?
Grandma Reads something.
Grandma Reads. Anyway, I'll put a link to it. So I started this new channel, and it's pretty raw and poor quality, we'll say. But the intent behind it is good.
I think it'll get better. It's a different type of filming that we've never done before, and you need to upgrade some of your equipment.
I do. We've never, so it's just reading flashcard Bible stories, which may end up a little more this summer when I go through my mom's stuff. But it's reading stories that my grandmother had. So most of these stories were written in the 1930s and 40s and stuff like that. So they're very old, and so I read these stories. They're all gospel. They're the illustrated gospel. They're stories relating to the Bible and living a Christian life, but they're in picture, flashcard story form. And so they're stories that my grandmother read when she was teaching, and then my mother, and then I'm reading them now to my grandchildren or whoever wants to listen. But I'm sitting at my mom's house in my mom's chair with my mom's sweater on. I feel like Mr. Rogers when I put my change my sweater out.
Mrs. Rogers.
Mrs. Rogers. But the intent behind it is to pass on my mom's legacy of these stories being read and teaching children about Jesus.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, there'll be a link below for that channel, but definitely check it out. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress, but just like this channel, you know, if 3 people watched the first one, that was good. And I had, you know,
I was one of the 3.
you start with 1 subscriber, and this channel we monetized, and you know, occasionally we get money, and when we do, we donate it to most of it to a
charity of some.
charity too. But I don't think that even if the story one went, you know, I don't even think I don't monetize it, and I don't think that if it went really big, I don't think I would, because
Well, then you get a commercial in the middle of your story.
that's just not what it's for. That's not what that's for.
Yeah.
So that one's not gonna. Yeah, I just made that decision just now. So that one's never gonna be monetized.
That's a good call.
So
Last thing is Simple Life. So
simple life.
Speaking of Simple Life, that's what your Bible studies are right now under Lamplight. Back to the Simple Life.
Back to the simple life. So some of our channel, like what our channel is about, is the simple life. We live in this. What is this? 12 by 16?
12 by 16.
12 by 16 dry cabin.
It's not. We have electricity. We're not off grid.
Yeah, we do have electricity,
Mhm.
although it's limited on purpose.
Yeah. I only run a 50 amp service out here.
And we have, what is this, 8 foot? We have 8 foot of electricity in one wall.
Yeah, this little corner.
That's it. And we have some upstairs. But I don't want electricity. I don't want electrical gadgets. I don't want all that. Basically, the reason we have electricity is because it's here and because somebody enjoys electricity. I could live without it. I would be fine.
I'm sure if we move farther out, I'd learn to live without it.
Yeah.
But we're still in a neighborhood. We're not remote. You
Yeah.
know, we've had
And we still
we've
have-
had the haters on there saying we're not remote. No, we're not remote. No, we're not off grid.
And it's different
We
these
just like
days
to be
because
simple.
everybody's got a phone, you got computers, you got, you know, would I still be able, if we lived remote and didn't have electricity, would I still be able to do YouTube?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know that I would want to. Would I want technology? Would I want this kind of thing? I don't know.
So, because all you need there is one solar panel to charge your phone, and a subscription to Starlink
But it sounds,
to upload
Yeah.
your videos.
but it kind of goes against, you know, even now having it kind of goes against my grain a little, in that, you know, when you go out hiking in the woods for 4 days, you just don't have, you have your phone, but you don't have your phone.
Yeah, you don't. You have.
It's tucked away
you
in
have
your
your-
bag or whatever.
Well, you have your camera.
I do
Your
have
phone
it
is
for
your
my
camera.
camera, but I put it on airplane mode and off we go for 4 days. And it's
Mhm.
so nice. So if you lived in remote someplace, it would seem wrong to have YouTube or movies and videos. I mean, I grew up in somewhat remote Alaska. We had a radio. We could only listen to the radio at a certain time every night to listen to the Bush Pipeline or there was another one, and it was sending messages back and forth to people in more remote, to say, through the radio, to send messages. We're coming. Are you coming? What time? Let's meet here. How are you guys doing? We've been sick. We would just send messages back through the radio. You somehow call a radio station, and they would send the message. I don't know how that. We didn't have a phone, I guess. Yeah, we didn't have a phone.
So, but if we do finally get remote property, we are looking for property. If we do finally get remote property and move out, we are definitely not quitting YouTube. We're taking you with us. We'll find a way to take you with us. Yeah. I'll make sure she talks. Yeah. I'll talk her into it. So yes. You're not losing us.
If anybody knows of anything, we decided. So my siblings and I, we were like, oh, we just need 20 acres. We just need 20 acres. I'm like, hey, if we are going to pray for property, we're gonna go big. We want 100 acres in remote Alaska. So if anybody knows of 100 acres, so cheap. Buy water. We want some water. Not swampland. Yeah, because there's
so then
upwards to 100 of us.
Yeah, that way if somebody else wants to move out, build a cabin somewhere, they can.
So all of us and all of our kids can build their own cabin with their own wood, and we got it figured out. We know who's gonna have the chickens, the goats. We got who's gonna take care of everything. We got it going on, and we got a little bit of everything. We got a mechanic. We got someone that can do the healthcare. We got someone who can fight the forest fires. We got someone who can drive the bus when we all want to go to town. We got a little bit of everything. So we got electricians and carpenters and plumbers and yeah. So anyway, back to the simple life. That's the simple life. That's where we're going.
Your simple life just took off.
Anyway, so there's a lot of people nowadays that are doing, off-grid living. They're coming to Alaska. They're doing off-grid living. And I don't know, it's just kind of bothersome to me that people, maybe it shouldn't bother me, but that people are moving here to do off-grid living, yet they're upgrading their homes to modern. I guess it's just different for me. Simple life means pioneering, living without, which makes me happier to have less things to worry about, harder work. That's how I grew up. Yeah. I did not grow up with, we didn't have a generator. Obviously, I didn't have solar. I don't even know if it was invented yet. But.
But with that being said, though, I will say we do watch some other YouTubers out there that do remote living. There's one lady that we started watching. I don't even know her name. Her dog's name is Kenai. I know that. And she really is remote, and she is really living a simple life all by herself, and kudos to her, man. She is doing an outstanding job.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So put out some pretty good videos, and man, kudos to her. She's doing such a great job.
And I think it's the more simple you live, it's just more rewarding. It's more. Anyway, right. I would like to have a much, much simpler life, even more simple than this. I think this place is too big. I would like to have a one-story small cabin like this with, Yeah. It would just...
I agree.
If you've never watched Dick Prenneke...
Oh, buddy, Dick Prenneke. That place was awesome.
Growing up, awesome. I know of a lot of cabins that looked like that. And... there's actually still one on the road where I grew up, that little cabin way back there. There's a bed platform and a table, and that's, a little bit of room. And there was no... Yeah, there's no fuss, no muss, and it's just a teeny little cabin.
So we're not going to get into Dick Prenneke's story, but just Google it, check him out. There's a couple movies out. He has a book.
He's got some YouTube stuff now that someone else put together.
Dick Prenneke himself, he died in 2003, but his whole goal was to move out in the wilderness, build a cabin, and survive for 1 year in this cabin. He ended up living there for 35 years until he felt he was too old to live there anymore, So at 85 years old, he moved out into his brother's house. Then he died in 2003. He donated his cabin to, I think, the Wrangell National Forest. It's in the western side of Alaska, and you can actually visit his cabin today. It's part of the National Forest, and they preserve it now. That's one of my bucket lists. I want to go there. But the way that guy lived, though, and he documented it,
and that's
awesome.
That's how I feel that I want to live. I mean, you have to have some staples that you have to get from town. You know, gas and flour and sugar and whatnot.
Well, and he had a plane that would fly in every few months and bring him supplies.
But other than that, just plain living off the land.
So.
But he wrote journals.
Lots of boxes and boxes of journals.
He wrote that's the way to go. Is write out your story.
Well, we've rambled on about way too much stuff. It's probably been 3 hours since we started. So definitely, if you enjoy our content, definitely give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, so you can get your updates. Little don't forget the bell icon.
Yeah. Let us know what you want to watch. Let us know what you're interested in. We're just here, just living life.
Yeah, we're getting ready to release the beast here. And we're gonna start running again and hiking again and summer adventures and summer chores and filling the woodshed. So yeah, comment below if you have anything you want us to do, any trails you want us to try, any adventures you want us to try, and bring it to you.
Or if you want to go with us.
Or just, definitely if you want to go with us. We'd like to take people out with us. If you're going to be in town, hook up with us. We'll take you on a trail.
We're going to do some overnights, do some multi-nights.
If you're already local, hook up with us. We'll go do some trails.
Hike the mountain peaks. You see one you want to go up, let's go.
Yep, we've already got one for sure scheduled for June.
Yep, last week in June.
Last week in June. We got a 4-day hike scheduled.
Hopefully with the 8-year-old.
Yep, grandkid might be going.
She's excited. She was talking about it yesterday. All right.
I keep rambling.
Right.
I started, you finish.
All right, that's it for now. We're going to close out this video, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Yep.
Time for another adventure.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.